Wednesday morning, June 4th, 2024. This is a new prop, future prop that came to me last night. No plans for it yet, but because, once again, it came to me, it will be used at some given point in time as a future prop. I'm headed on out to feed the cats. Won't you tag along with me? Alright, so here we are walking on out, doing a little bit of an early feeding this morning because, well, as you've seen, you know, the activity that I had accurately predicted. Morning, I'll be up there in just a minute, okay? That I accurately predicted yesterday. The results are, well, as they like to say, moving in, and we are to be receiving precipitation. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I know. Hold on, guys. Just for documentation purposes, you know, because this is kind of strange back in here. Okay, I inquired about this, but you know, people don't like to pass along information to me. Gee, I wonder why. Expose. And yes, these are moving. And what's quite curious is, okay, yesterday, within one of my last 3 recordings that I posted, if you were actually paying attention, within a cloud structure off in this direction, you could see waves, okay? Now, here's the kicker. This morning, as I'm watching our local weather report and their combo radar satellite imaging, one of the little precipitation masses showed the same wave pattern. Yeah. But, you know, anymore, I can't record anything from television without, you know, copyright crap coming along, which as far as I'm concerned, you know, that's public airing, so there's no copyright protections as far as I'm concerned. And you know, when you own your TV, you own your phone, although do you really own them? You know, you should have all the rights to record whatever the hell you want at any given point in time. You know, it's just like when you're out in public, anything can be recorded and nobody can really see anything. All right, now let's go ahead, look up here. You know, just some strange curvature action kicking here. Looks kind of strange, right? All right, so I got cats out here crunching and munching out of the bowl. I'm going to do what I can to get downtown, spend more money. I'm getting rather low on food. These guys are getting rather low on food. They know this crap is moving in, and here he's doing it again. Just like what we seen last night, getting ready to do his constitutional. But, oh, and just furthermore, okay guys, let's go ahead. I can talk, and you know, I can multitask. All right. So anyways, going back to our tornadic experience, if you will, you know, there's been some strangeness, and hi Mamba, and I have not gone into full investigative mode over this, but you know, that tornado came right down one of our main roads that leads into our little village here, right? Crossed right over the highway and down the road known as M222 or 116th. And come on guys, yeah, all right, let's get out of the way, please. Get you guys fed before it starts in pouring. So anyways, this, here, let's put this over here. Come on, girl. Come on. I'm sorry, but we got to get this food put out. Hi, buddy. So anyways, this so-called tornado came down right between my legs here. Came down this main road and into our village. But on its path down said main road, there's 2 trailer parks. And of course, you know the little scenarios of tornadoes and trailer parks, right? These cats are just like loving up on me big time this morning. Okay, well, this tornado went right down the main road in between 2 trailer parks. I don't know, you know, if there was any severity to those 2 trailer parks, but further south by road from 116th and south to 115th, there is a campground known as Schnabel Lake Campground. They were hit hard. There's been some recent news reports about this campground. They're going to be struggling for some time because they got hit. And what is strange is, you know, you have to figure in the width of these winds that had occurred that night. And, you know, once again, well, of course, no private lands are being covered. It's only businesses that are being covered. And, you know, this was, once again, I firmly believe this was a directed, I don't want to say hit, but there was reasons and purposes for the destruction. And it's all based on technologies, okay? Future technologies. As far as the destruction that happened here within this village. And from what I am seeing, yes, hi. Yeah, okay, guys, come on, let's not go there, all right? There, you guys, yeah, I know, I know, Wolf, I know. That's why I am not chumming up to anybody right now. Hey, Gray Cloud. Yeah. See all this morning talk kicking off. All right, here, let's do this. Here, come over here. Here. All right. Spirit, you want some? Here. Okay. Of course, you're just never wanting to eat anymore. I'm thinking he's being fed elsewhere. I'm just kind of rambling on over all this nonsense that's been kicking off. Oh crap, that's right. Oh, doggone it. I don't know where this little kitten is this morning. Okay, so let's follow Squirrel around here. And something's knocked over this water bowl down here. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that the kitten is okay still. Well, they've really been turning it up out here. Alright, well, I guess if the kitten can make it up this far, it can make it up all the way to the feeding ground. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish up out here because I need to get down to that crap store and stock up on some more stuff. Yeah, they know that there's a change of a barometric change That's why they're all up here. All right. Yeah, we'll go ahead and end it right here for the time being. Yeah, even those that don't really come up while I'm up here, such as gray cloud here, has come up, so. Yeah, all right, I guess. All right, buddy. Guess this will have to do. And, well. Yeah, all right, we're going to head on up, get around, do what we got to do, I guess. I'm not really up for it. All right, I'll see you later, Spirit, okay? Keep the peace. Okay, coming out here now, just real quick, look around, train in the background. Yeah, you can somewhat. What you doing, Tux? Huh? Yeah, I think this is basically where a ball of light is positioned right now. Hard telling, who cares? Alright, good enough for now. We'll go ahead and end it here. Take care. Later. 8:50 a.m. just come walking out, and old Mr. Puff was out front here, hiding underneath this vehicle. And as you might be able to tell on this vehicle, yeah, we are already having some precipitation. It is a little bit of a mist out here, but you know what? I really don't care. Let it pour, right? Like the old Morton Salt commercial. Yep, so, you know, I can't believe that I actually made that statement of 2024, my previously recorded clip. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get poured on. I can feel it already. and here, the greater light was shining just minutes ago, as I had gotten out of the shower and was getting dressed. You know, it's kind of fun when this camera comes out and people see me walking around with the camera, whether it's around the apartment complex or wherever. Boy, curtains get pulled, blinds get drawn. And you know, the only factor behind those reactions that I can actually surmise is guilt complexes, because they don't want what they're doing to be done to them. You know, all these rubberneckers, these people that like to instigate problems by putting their noses into other people's affairs. You know, but once again, you know, okay, back here, we got another cat guy. All right, and of course I caught him with a yeah, so back in here we got some interesting stuff, but yeah, it's spitting out here. And more than likely by the time I get whatever shopping I'm able to get done, because of lack of supplies, lack of products, you know, look at this mess still on the ground here, you know. And once again, look, this is, you know, consumers, energy. I gotta say, they just, every time that there's a power outage issue, they have the most customers that are without power, and it takes forever for them to restore power. Quite pathetic. And speaking of power, okay, I have been telling you people about how my phone has been lagging in its functionalities. I have been having a lot of glitching taking place within my phone. You know, and a lot of sources are saying, oh, it's because of the sun. It's because of the, you know, what's going on with the sun. You know, well, when it comes down to where I am noticing power fluctuations to my lighting within the apartment, and the delay now of when I click that switch, the light switch, and a delay that takes place before the bulb lights up. Okay, these are very strong indications of power loss that's already happening. And I'm going to go ahead and flat out state that if you've been paying attention to our great leader that wants to bring about the golden age of AI and cryptocurrency, he's been talking about the need for more power, because AI needs that power for where it's taking us. Okay? We are already experiencing a loss of power because of AI and the, you know, the need for energy. And so the electrical output within your homes has been being reduced. And of course, if you have smart meters hooked up to read your power usage, well, of course, as in any smart device or instrument or whatever out there today, it is tracking and monitoring all of your power usages per room, per item, such as your stove, your washer, your dryer. You know, it's all being monitored and itemized. You know, and all these other persons out there involved in the control aspects of our daily lives is also talking about, you know, having to put forth more power for AI. And that is what I am seeing happening with my electrical, well, the bulbs and my TV and everything. Everything is now like on delay mode, only for, you know, a second or two, but it has been very noticeable to me. And it just goes hand in hand with the narrative of AI needs more power. So we will be experiencing more rolling blackouts, more power losses per weather event. And of course, weather events are orchestrated, and this is why I claim what I claimed about the tornado, okay? It's all orchestrated, people, for, you know, towards their methods of madness, seeking control. But it's only going to last for so long because we have that year of 2027. Okay? And, you know, I'm thinking this might be, because it's going to be, a rainy day as forecasted. I might go ahead and once again review the the lead ups into 2027 and the characters that have been involved and are to be involved. Okay? And this is information that I have been gleaning for many years now. Like I said, there's not much that catches me off guard when it comes to prophesized events and making those connections and correlations and parallelisms. So we'll go ahead and continue on. Wind's picking up a little bit more. It's looking a little bit darker over here. So I guess I better get my butt in gear and take care of business, or whatever I can take care of, because it's more than likely, the store has not been once again stocked up, because they're on like a monthly basis or every 3 months for certain products and goods, and so yeah. And the structuring of stores today is very pathetic. And once again, just as far as products themselves, the boxes, cartons, cans, and all that remain the same size. But once again, I am noticing that the food products themselves are getting smaller in portions, smaller size, if you will. And yet the prices, either, well, of course, we've seen food prices jump up quite significantly, especially certain things such as eggs, and then drop back down, and they fluctuate. But this is once again all control measures to set future pricing. It's all orchestrated, people, and life itself is orchestrated. And that really pisses me off. But we'll continue on. As I'm feeling the gift of gab coming on today. And we'll leave off with that. One of the main staples throughout history has been this product here, or this company here, right? Okay, but all of their products now, okay, this one here, well, it just says that it contains wheat and soy. But let's go ahead and check some of this out. Okay, so just, I don't have my glasses, so I can't see. Okay, wheat, milk, soy. Alright. Okay, wheat. Well, what the heck, man? Oh. Okay, maybe it was this stuff here. Yeah, okay, there we go. Contains bioengineered food ingredients. Okay. And a lot of people stock up on Campbell soup products for preparation, whatnot. They're slowly putting, this crap into this food here, okay? So, and of course, we go to Clover Valley, and there's so much of these products. Oh yeah, 100% satisfaction guaranteed. And I gotta say, some of the worst food out there. There we go. Contains a bioengineered food ingredient. Okay, this is all Bill Gates food, as far as I'm concerned. And that goes, okay, we go to Del Monte, another one that is just totally disgusting. because every time that I open up a can of green beans, there's stems and pieces of vines, and just, you know, the production of agricultural products is just garbage anymore. Look at all these oils. Yeah, stay away from it. Stay away from it. I mean, even this here, that you know, yeah. Oh, it's got a light taste, so let's go ahead and use that as a reason. Because a lot of people don't like the taste of olive oil. God. Yeah, I'm not going to be getting much of anything today. I guess it's all about just coming down here for cat food. I've got, yeah, this is what I've got. Folgers instant coffee, chicken strips, 100% natural, and I don't even like the batter on it, okay, because that's just junk and garbage. Yeah, and a can of pork and beans. Wow, that's what I get. Yeah, 9:20 a.m. You can see that while I was in the store. Got us a little bit of precipitation out here. It's still sprinkling a little bit. I got, yeah, not much this morning. Although the attendant told me that, you know, products are some products are to be coming in today, and another couple of trucks are supposed to be showing up this week. But very, you know, very slow to stock the shelves, but that's just because of how everything is controlled anymore. But I do have to say, I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, I'm gonna hurt this arm. Oh my God. Yeah. I'm only going to be able to do this for a moment because it's going to kill my arm like there's no tomorrow. Look at this disgusting crap here. Okay, but anyways, yeah, my phone's getting wet. Yeah, it's coming down harder. Yippee skippy. But I already started my my little preaching over prophecies. I spent a few minutes talking to the attendant, and she was quite shocked to what I presented to her. You know, every time I get the opportunity, I'm out there trying to awake people to the realities within our existences. And, you know, it sounds, you know, once again, my content always seems to be so damn negative, but, you know, it is for the good. You know, what I show, what I expose is for the good. You know, you can prepare for any and all scenarios out there, but how well are you prepared when it comes to understanding prophetic events and the outcomes? Okay, because unless you can actually understand the timeline of prophetic events and how they play out, can you really be prepared for anything else? Seriously. Okay, I gotta end this. My arm's already starting to cause me a lot of agony here. So we'll be back, and yeah, this is gonna be a long video. And you know, I'm just not really with it mentally today. So just, yeah, forgive this entire presentation. Oh hey, looky here. This is a very unique tree, if you will. Okay. Oh yeah. All right. Yeah, I gotta end this. This is just. Oh. Yeah. Yep. Too much. All right. Later. Yeah, I decided to add this on. It's 9:30 a.m. Just got back and just took care of what few products that I actually purchased today, which even amazed the cashier slash attendant down there. Yeah, basically about half of my typical expenses paid for products. Quite the surprise for the cashier. Yeah, that's how often I'm down there. To where, you know, now they know me well enough now, and you know, to the point where I don't have to ask for things to be double bagged because I'm carrying them, and you know, they even know how much I'm spending. It's all good. Well, I just thought to share. You know, I managed to miss the heavier fallout. It's all about timing, timing, once again, right? I just have that natural ability through intuition to where my timing is, you know, for the most part, pretty well spot on. But anyways, I guess I'll, you know, really crappy recordings this morning, for the most part. I'm like, I don't know why, but I'm very slow in the brain this morning. Maybe it's because of, you know, whatever was being sprayed last night, who knows. Or, you know, what's been being sprayed continuously, if you will. But yeah, I'll go ahead and just put all these together, long video, basically not much of anything. And maybe we'll continue on. Like I said, I've got half a mind to talk more about prophecies, but I don't know, kind of losing the interest now. Yeah, and you know, hey gang, thanks a lot for, you know, really actually paying attention. You know, and playing along. I asked a question about what I am showing here. Nobody's come forward. Nobody's played along. Supposedly 333 subscribers out there. One little request by me does not get followed through. And you know, that's alright. Because I've realized this is the case. You know, I'm always doing for people. I'm not asking for anything in return. But when I do ask for anything, it never comes back around. And that's why I'm a loner today. Because I'm sick and tired of people taking advantage of me, my good nature, my finances, and everything else. But nobody came to the table to answer one little question about, do you know what kind of bird builds this nest? Ha. Alright, never you mind. Doesn't matter now. Too late. Too little, too late. Okay. On that note, once again, see ya.